South Holland. Welcome back to Lunch with the Librarian. I'm Jen, I'm the librarian, and today, as promised, I'm making a soup recipe. This was submitted by frequent South Holland Public Library patron Nancy Vlasic. So shout out to Nancy. She got this recipe from a book we own here at the library called The Blue Zone Cookbook by Dan Butner, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Regardless, we own the book that this recipe came from. So if you like this recipe and you want to see what else this book has that might sound good to you, or if you want to know what a blue zone is or what they cook in blue zones, come on by and give this cookbook a shot. I'm going to set that aside so I don't spill anything on it because, like, we all know who I am, right? South Holland. My hands are washed already. I'm going to put my hair back before I open any of the food so that I don't get hair in the food. I'm going to put my mask on since other librarians are eating this, just to try to be as safe as possible. And now, let's get after it. So, in my soup pot, by the way, we got actual pots and pans here in the Lunch with the Librarian kitchen. Very excited about that. We're starting with 4 cups of just regular water. I have 2 cups in the pot already. 2 cups more of water go into the pot. And remember, I'm using my liquid measuring cup and not the dry measuring cups that look like scoops. So I've got 4 cups of water in my pot. The next thing I need is vegetable broth. This is just kind of what they have. This is what they had at Aldi this morning when I went grocery shopping. Vegetable broth makes this recipe vegetarian and I don't think vegan friendly because there's pasta in it. If you don't have vegetable broth at home, you can certainly use chicken broth if you don't care about it being vegetarian. Lots of people don't, and that's cool. If you do, obviously use the vegetable broth, but there's no sense in going shopping special. So I need 2 cups of vegetable broth. That ends up being about half of a box this size. This is a 32-ounce box. That's 4 cups. So 2 cups is perfect. And then that's going to go into my pot, and it's going to go onto my stovetop. I'm going to bring it to a boil. So once that happens, I'll be back to show you the rest of the prep. All right, we're back. My water and broth mixture is boiling, so I can move on to my next step, which is really just dumping stuff into a pot. So the next thing it calls for is a can of fire roasted diced tomatoes, and you just dump the whole can in. It says fire roasted on the can. If you have canned diced tomatoes at home that are not fire roasted, use them. It'll be delicious regardless. So those just go in. I am actually making a double batch of this soup because the other librarians found out I was cooking, and so they're ready for eating. So I dump in those 2 cans. Tomato sauce. It says tomato sauce in the recipe. This is what it means, not like tomato sauce that you put on pasta. Not the same thing and not what it's asking for. So for the recipe, you only need 1 can, but since I'm doubling it, I'm putting 2 cans in. Let me grab a spoon. You can probably actually hear the soup bubbling already. Last. I know we got some spoons in here. Okay. I'm going to give that a stir. All right. it wants 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I brought this from home. It's olive oil. If you don't have olive oil at home, it's not a big deal. Just use whatever kind of neutrally flavored oil you have on hand. Peanut oil is actually pretty aggressive tasting, so I would not use that. A whole box of small pasta. The recipe calls for orzo, which is pasta that's kind of shaped like a grain of rice. But if you have elbow macaroni, I've got these eensy weensy little shell noodles. Or if you have ditalini, that would also work. But the whole bowl or box into the pot. And then a teaspoon of salt. You can always add more to taste. And indeed, the recipe is going to ask for that toward the end. That is black pepper. Where is the salt? Where did I put it? There we go. Just regular table salt. Throw a teaspoon in there. Bam. Give it a stir. Turn the heat all the way down to low, and you're going to keep the pot at a simmer. That just means small rolling bubbles. If it comes up to simmer while I'm talking, then I'll show you what that looks like. It doesn't look angry like boiling does. It looks very kind of gentle, almost like I don't even know how to describe it. In any case, this guy is going to go at a simmer for about 20 minutes to give the pasta a chance to cook through and all of those flavors a chance to kind of blend together in the pot. Here's what it's looking like right now. And I'll see you guys again in about 20 minutes when we're ready to eat. All right, South Holland, there is the pot of tomato and pasta soup. Let me grab my spoon. By cooking the pasta in the broth, what has happened is that the pasta has absorbed the flavors from the liquid that it's being cooked in. So it tastes like the tomato and the vegetables and the salt and the pepper that you put in. And the starch that's in the pasta naturally has thickened up the broth a little bit and made it a little bit heartier. So that is tomato pasta soup from the Blue Zone cookbook, as suggested by Nancy Vlasic. Thanks, Nancy. This looks great. I will let you know how the librarians who are going to eat it for lunch today like it. Next week, I'm doing a recipe that my mom gave me. So yeah, something a little bit different. Enjoy your soup, enjoy your week, and I'll see you soon, South Holland. Bye-bye.